Yo, I ain't gonna front. I've been known to pass on beats. Certain beats I gave up have become like big songs. This is some beats that Kanye made for me. It's a song he got called Heard 'Em Say. We was making the album B and I was like, man, I already got blah, blah, blah. And he was like, you sure? Like, you sure you wanna pass it? And I'm like, yeah, I'm good. I promise you he wrote that song in about 15 minutes.
And put it on his album.
And put it on his album,
That
bro.
joint was hard. Hey, yo, Common, I got some questions.
Pete, I got some questions. I got some questions, boy. I got questions. I got the questions, bro. Questions. We've been brothers for a minute.
Yes, we have.
So I remember when we first worked together on the Bitchin' You.
Yeah,
With
yes.
the diss on the Cube,
yeah.
All Love the Cube, but
Yeah.
that was our first
recording
together. That was a tough time, but what made you agree to do that beat?
I don't know. All I remember, bro, is being in your house, in your crib, and meeting your moms and just like concerned, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, like trying to cheer you up, bro.
Yeah.
Like you was angry.
I was salty,
Yes. Like, yo, calm down, my brother. Let's talk about it.
At that time, a lot of producers would not do that beat.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that. I thought I was like the first one you came to. I didn't know you went and seen.
I mean, I didn't like go around searching, but I just remember like talking to some cats and they like, nah, man. You know, nah, bro.
I understand why they would say, you know, chill, nah, that's another world.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I was just said I'll get in a fight with you, bro.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate the love, man. It was just like, as an artist, just needed to get that
off your chest.
Off my chest, man.
Off your chest.
And you had that courage and strength to be like, you know what?
I know what it feels like to want to get something off your chest, man.
Yeah, I'm glad we resolved it and it became peace. And I'm glad that it was just part of hip hop.
Yeah, that's all it was. What was your first start?
I used to go visit my cousin in Cincinnati. That's where he lived. I would go from Chicago in the summertime.
God bless his soul.
Yeah, God bless his soul. Some of our older homies had a rap group called the Bond Hill Crew. And they was like the Run DMC of Cincinnati. So I felt like, man, maybe I could write a rap. And I remember me and my cousin, it was one night, man, and I just was like, we was like, yo, let's write these raps. And I remember part of my rap, I was like, well, let me tell you about a trip a time ago. I was going there to run a cold-blooded show. When I was there, I saw some people jamming too. They called themselves the Bond Hill Crew. Dr. Ice, Romeo, and Master E, all of the Bond Hill crew, rapping to a T. I asked them, could they rock with me? I don't remember that.
That sounds actually like an 80s song.
When did you first meet CL though?
I met him in high school. One of the homies in the hood brought him to the crib. And when I heard CL's voice, I was like, wow, that's different. He don't sound like anyone I've ever heard before.
Yeah.
And we just started experimenting and doing demos and music and actually got signed off of that. That bugs me out to this day.
Off the demo?
Yeah, off the demos, because I was just learning how to formulate music and got signed off of that by a major label.
That was cooking up.
Yeah, we was cooking. So you started in the group too, right?
Yeah, I was in the group. It was me, No ID was in the group.
Okay.
We had me, No ID, and our other homie named Corey. We was called CDR.
Yeah.
It was Corey, Dion, and Rashid. You know, this is like 86, 87.
Yeah.
Man, we got to open up for like Big Daddy Kane.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, just one show. It was like Big Daddy Kane, Ice Cube, and NWA, Eazy-E, and Too Short. It's my first show. It was. The irony is NWA forgot one of their records. So my best friend, Murray, had to drive Ice Cube to the record store to go get a record for them to perform, go get their instrumental. So then, I mean, with us having the group CDR, at a certain point, Corey was focusing on basketball. We both used to be on the team, and then I got injured, then I quit. So it was like, I was like, I'm about to focus on this music now.
Right.
At the time, I hadn't found my voice, found really who I was as an MC. I could write, but I didn't have my voice. My voice was changing. I remember these girls who I loved, they was part of, like, we were hanging out with them. They was like, you need to rap deeper. Your voice too high. And I put this deep voice on. It sounded so weak, man.
Yeah,
I was
that's
like,
crazy.
in the demo. But anyway, I sent my tape to the Source, and I got selected for Unsigned Hype.
Yep.
Yeah. So that was, for me, it was obviously a big deal. Like, crazy enough, Biggie was an Unsigned Hype artist. Eminem, DMX, and Mobb Deep. All them were Unsigned Hype. So at one point, like, the Source was gonna do this whole album with Unsigned Hype, and they were putting all of us on there. They ended up not doing the album with the Unsigned Hype and the Source, but the A&R was like, man, I still wanna check this dude out, and man, he ended up signing me, and then that's how we made the first album.
Yes, sir.
What was the first record you produced on, just in your career?
In my career, I might have to say a group named Groove Be Chill.
What?
Yes, Groove Be Chill, their very first album.
Yo, you produced on that album?
Yes, on Starting From Zero. I did the actual title track, Starting From Zero, and then I did another song called There It Is on there. They were in-house party, they were hot off of that.
Yeah.
And so I was just a youngin'. I was 16, 17 in there with them.
What was the thing that made you want to make a beat, and how did you know you could do it?
I started DJing at 7 years old. My cousin, Heavy D's brother, Floyd, taught me how to scratch. At that time, Marley was one of my favorite producers, so I learned a lot from him. I learned a lot from Howie T. I learned a lot from Teddy Riley and Houdini and so many others, you know what I'm saying? I didn't care if I got paid for it or didn't get paid for it. I just found something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was learning how to make beats and mastering my craft.
Obviously, one of your biggest songs and greatest productions was with Queen's MC, Nas. And did Large Professor, we had The World Is Yours, so did Large Professor, he connected that?
Yeah, he connected that. He brought Nas to the basement. And then, you know, we in there, and I'm playing beats, and, you know, when he heard The World Is Yours beat, because I was going to change the beat and put it in another disc, and he was like, nah, let that rock. And then he started coming up with the idea.
Did he come up with that hook later, or was it kind of?
No, he came up with the hook right then and there.
What?
And then when he was doing the little bopping thing, because, you know, it gets quiet, and he'd be doing this, then he was like, yo, I want you to sing on it, sing on it. I was like, sing on it?
Right.
Sing what? Like, I don't be singing. And then I was like, you know, we made it happen.
When y'all did it, did you know that would be as big?
I knew it was a dope song.
Right.
But I didn't know it was gonna do what it was gonna do. You know what I'm saying? Do you have a favorite Common record that you point to that's like?
It's more of a song that I'm on than it is my song. And it's a song called Respiration. It's Black Stars. It's with Yasin Bey, also known as Mos Def, and Talib Kweli. And it's produced by High Tech. And
I remixed that song.
You remixed Respiration.
Yes, I did.
Yes. Okay, yes. That song, for some reason, man, the beat is raw. And then we had this guitarist I was working with lay some guitar on it. And just that hook that Mos was doing so much on my mind. Like, when I hear it, it's quintessential hip hop to me. And I love that I'm on that song.
Shout out to High Tech. He's a
High
sneaky
Tech,
guy.
Man. He's a dope
sneaky
producer.
dope. Yes, he is.
He from Cincinnati too.
Yes, he is. One of my favorite Common songs, I have to say, would be I Used to Love Her. Because I got it. I got what you was talking about. I knew you was talking about.
You knew what I was talking about?
Hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Because I kept listening to it over and over. I was studying the song. And that's when I figured, oh, he's talking about actually hip hop.
When I first was rapping that song, like, my homie was in the studio with me, and he was frowning up because he thought I was talking about a girl. You know, we 19 years old. He like, what is this love song? Like, what is you doing this love song for? And man, when I got to the end, when I said who I'm talking about, y'all, is hip hop, he literally was like, oh my God, I can see it.
He got it.
Yeah, he got it. And was like, damn, I can't believe you,
'Cause
you know, flipped that.
Yeah, that was clever. That's my favorite joint. And then Payback's a grandmother on Like Water for Chocolate. And then on the B album, the burn.
One of my favorites of yours is The Basement, man. I love The Basement.
Wow.
I love The Basement for some reason, man. I think even the interlude going into it and then just all y'all rhyming on it.
I wrote that rhyme too.
Yeah, you wrote that one?
Yes, sir.
That's quintessential Pete, and it's just, that album is so dope, and that's just a dope song.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
That's what's up. I did not know that. That's crazy.
That's definitely one of my favorites.
That's what's up.
Do you ever get into that space where you like play a beat for somebody, you know it's for them, but they don't want it, and it end up in somebody else's hand?
Shoot, all the time. You know, artists can be really decisive with, you know, like what fits them.
Has anybody ever called you like, damn, I should have kept that beat?
Yep, too late though.
Yo, I ain't gonna front, I've been known to pass on beats, but that's because I know what feel right for me and what fit me. And I ain't gonna front, some certain beats I gave up have become like big songs. There's some beats that Kanye made for me that ended up on his album. Like, it's a song he got called Heard Him Say. And I heard him say.
I made that over. I made a song with me rhyming over it.
For real?
Yeah, same beat pattern.
Yeah, he made that beat for me. And we was making the album B, and I was like, man, I already got blah, blah, blah. And he was like, you sure? Like, you sure you want to pass it? And I'm like, yeah, I'm good. I promise you, he wrote that song in about 15 minutes.
And put it on his album.
And put it on his album.
The first song that was a healing song for me was They Reminisce Over You.
Yeah.
I always say that. That's like the top one, right?
Before you made They Reminisce Over You, did you know that music could do that for you? Like, I know you was giving that to the people to a certain degree, but then to be in a place where you lost one of your close friends and then to go out and make some music, did you know music had that power?
This is where I learned all of these things. So I always wanted to ask you this on dreaming, right? When you speak about the ancestors, what would they think of the political climate we're in today?
Dreaming is something because it is truly like paying homage to a lot of the ancestors and people who just inspired life for me. And man, the ancestors, I really believe what they would say for our political climate right now is that we have to truly know ourselves and love ourselves and make sure that we understand what they have experienced and been through so that we could be where we are right now. I'm glad you asked that because that song Dreaming is like, it's about like my dream, your dream, like we had to dream to get here too.
Yes, sir. I dreamt about this, you know, music stuff to be successful in it. I didn't, you know, wish for riches, but I wished for success to where I'm on the right path.
Yeah, that's it, bro.
That's it.
Whether it's I Gotta Love or They Reminisce Over You, straighten it out or just, you know.
Light, all of that.
Like, those songs, like, them songs can hit people's souls.
Deep.
Yes, sir.
You know, King.
Yes, sir.
I agree with you.
Was Don't Curse your first?
Yeah, that was with Heavy D stuff.
That was heavy.
Yeah, everything was before me and CL was like all the Heavy D stuff. It was all about Hev, you know what I'm saying? And so that's where Don't Curse came from, my first rhyme I ever wrote by myself.
Yeah.
And then,
what was the first Heavy D record? Was it on Blue Funk? What was it?
The first Heavy D record I ever produced was, co-produced. I did a lot of co-producing on the Big Time album.
Okay.
And then the album after that is when I actually did some production.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think it was Peaceful Journey. We were having fun with making it, you know, like Hev was always a big fun person to be around, make you laugh, and, you know, you're doing all that. He wants to make you comfortable because it's not gonna be about work even though we're working. It's gonna be about having fun.
Yeah.
So it won't seem like work, you know what I'm saying?